you go ahead down and stick that comedy and shit. This ain't the one you want to talk to, bro. We ain't no Black Lives Matter. We ain't none of that bullshit. Go ahead, scoot on. We're Black Militia. It's your worst nightmare. Go ahead. We're Black Militia, bro. Leave me alone. Let me talk to the Edomite for a minute. What are you? I just told you what I was. What are you? What are you is the question. Everywhere you go, you invade, steal, rape, rob, and kill us. Oh, really? Then you steal people's culture. Then you have the nerve to have an attitude about it. Where's our reparations? Thank you. Of course. I like the song. What did I do to you? It's not what you did. What the ancestors did. You benefit from it. Go ahead, that white denial shit before you lose your life. Fuck out my face.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So, I tried the radio yesterday and had a lot of problems with it. I think I'm going to hold off on it for now just because I'm going to focus on the podcast and the channel, actually. I was worrying about being censored. I didn't want to waste time doing it if it's just going to be censored, but I've got some high view videos, and I'm just going to keep chugging away at it, and the podcast actually isn't censoring at all. So that's also the same name, Resistance of Tyranny. You can just look it up, and it'll take you to podcast. Same logo, it's the fireball. So really just going to focus on that. Plus the radio does cost kind of high, especially, and if you don't, and the advertising is just the same. I mean, social media and everything, so it's not really worth it, I don't think. So that'll be in the future, but let's just get into what is really, as the video you just saw at the beginning of this, you have a black radical militia group that went over to the car and demanded reparations from white drivers at gunpoint. Not really at gunpoint, but they had guns there while protest marching the Confederate Memorial Covey in Georgia on Independence Day. The group known as Not Fucking Around Coalition, NFAC, marched up and down a road at Stone Mountain Park near Atlanta, clad in black fatigues, armed with military-style rifles and yelling Black Power. They weren't military-style rifles. This is all exaggerated, but it was just semi-automatic. One was like a .22. I think there's AR-15 and stuff. In the video, a black militia member is seen approaching the white man in his vehicle and demanding reparations while holding his rifle near him. "I'm your worst nightmare, bruh," he tells the driver. "We ain't Black Lives Matter. We ain't none of that bullshit." The driver didn't really appear intimidated. He asked, "Who are you?" "We're Black Militia, your worst nightmare," the armed black man said, accusing the man of raping, robbing, and killing black people. "You steal people's culture and then dare have an attitude about it," he says. "Where's our reparations?" The driver, amused by the LARP, asked the militia member, "What did I ever do to you?" Again, you can't pay for the sins of the father. And I mean, that's in the Bible. Martin Luther King would be against this. You stand for what it's about. It's what somebody stands for and believes in. It's not, he's white, that's judging somebody on the skin color. He didn't do anything wrong ever. This is complete reverse racism. It's not what you did, it's what your ancestors did. The member replies. The driver dismisses the black militia member and waves in and says, "I ain't getting into this with y'all." The militia member then walked away. And this was, I don't know if this was connected to it, but I did see something on Facebook. I never was sure if it was verified, but it said, they're going to use on 4th of July, because this was on 4th of July and yesterday, Antifa and other people are going to use fireworks as cover for small arms and go into white suburban neighborhoods. There was memes about it, and shoot up any white people that they see. In an attempt to start a race war, so they would be funded heavily by George Soros. It would be these people because they wouldn't be they'd be sent into war, not to do it for free. Some would be volunteering, but being paid for, obviously, to start this race war that they're really pushing. You know, with Jussie Smollett and the fake news and the video of the lady, it's just so much. They're pushing this race war. We know what's happening. But I was thinking that's what it's going to be. You know, they said they would shoot to kill. Don't shoot, kill them if anybody comes at you in defense, basically. So from what I've heard, that didn't end violently. There wasn't any shootings that I've seen. The Instagram page at Blackpilled got taken down, and that was where I was seeing a bunch of videos of during the riots and cars and everything and shootings. It got taken down, so it's kind of like a media blackout for all that stuff. I don't know where he got it all from, just I guess off Facebook from different people. But, I'm sure if we would have seen that, we would have seen some more stuff. But there was a bunch of shootings on 4th of July. They skyrocketed. They do every year, but this was like 14 people killed in one shooting, so that's I mean, that's like, they consider that a mass shooting, I think. They're not going to call it that because it's probably, there are people doing it. That's all I have for today. So you saw that video. It was just absolutely crazy. I'll see you guys tomorrow.